Hi everyone, it's Sherry Carroll here for SimonsSaysStamp.com with a quick card idea using some of the great Simon Says Stamp exclusive product. I'll be starting off with the large heart set dies, and they come with 4 really great hearts, and they do come all together, but you can separate them if you want to. I have some wire cutters that I use for jewelry making, and they cut through this metal really easily, so I'm just going to snip off the little metal piece in between the hearts to isolate the one that I want to use. I have cut a couple strips of paper for the main focal part of my card, and it's really nice soft papers, and this is from the Prima pad, and it's called Fairy Rhymes, and it's got very nice soft pink colors and really nice beiges too. So I've cut a small strip of pink paper, and I've cut an extra length. I'll be using more later, and I've used my adhesive and I stuck it to my strip of paper, and I'll be using my heart right on top like this. And once I have my placement of my heart, I do like to secure it down with some painter's tape, or you could also use washi tape before you run it through your die cut machine. So my sandwich is my full platform, one of the cutting platforms, my metal adapter. I'll put my paper down with the die facing up and the other adapter plate going on top, and then I can go ahead and run it through my die cut machine. I am ready to start some of the assembly of my card, and here I have that extra length of pink paper, and I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the top and the bottom of the heart, just enough so I can stick it to this pink strip. And now I'm lining up those polka dots so that I can continue the pattern. I have cut an additional heart just from regular white Neenah cardstock, and I'll be adding a little bit of adhesive to that strip of paper in the center, and I can go ahead and press my white heart right into place. And once I have that down, I can add a little more adhesive onto the top of that, and now I'll be replacing my die cut heart right on top. Next, I'll be wanting to run this through my sewing machine just to add a little bit of stitching. I have run this through my sewing machine, and I've also flared up the little hearts, and next I'll be using the 1/2 inch size of my corner chomper to round off the corners on the left side of this panel. I don't want to add this to my card as of yet because I have some other treatments that I want to do to the background of the white cardstock. But first I want to show you how you can finish off the thread ends of your sewing. I'm using my Ranger glue stick, and I'll just run some glue over the back, and then I can just pull the threads back up over and press them into that sewing area. And once I have that pressed down, I can go ahead and use some small scissors and clip off the excess. For the top area where my piece of paper was actually longer than my cardstock, I've snipped where I wanted to measure that off, and now I'm just tearing away the paper away from the thread. And now I can snip off just a little bit of the end of the thread, so I can go ahead and add my glue stick again, just to the back, and I can press my thread back in to where it has a nice finished edge. I've used a couple other Simon Says Stamp die cuts, the Thinking of You and the mini heart set, along with the large heart set to cut some Neenah cardstock. I have temporarily placed my heart panel onto my card, and here I have my die cut hearts, and I'll be using my glue pen just to add a little bit of glue onto the back of the hearts. I'm going for the white on white look, and the hearts will look like they were embossed into the background. And once I have enough glue on this, I can go ahead and place it under that strip. I have cut the bottom off of this larger heart, and I've added a little bit of dimensional tape so it can sit flush with the little panel, which I've also added dimensional tape. So once I get this peeled off, I can go ahead and tuck this in just a little bit, and it looks like it's just peeking up from behind that little panel. And now that I have my placement, I can go ahead and peel off the dimensional tape that I have from the strips and the panel and go ahead and stick them down to the card. I'll be using my glue pen to stick down my words, Thinking of You, and I'm just adding dots of glue into the areas of the letters where they cross over each other. I don't have to try to get glue in all the areas, but just in the areas where they're going to be touching paper, and just enough to get them stuck down onto the card. And once I have enough glue, I can go ahead and position that in place. To finish things off, I've added the rest of my wording and also a couple of the small hearts. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial on using some of the Simon Says Stamp exclusive product. Thanks for watching.